Okay, let's see what this guy looks like. Oh, comes with tattoo. Neat. Oh, comes with a Brotherhood of Steel tattoo. Interesting. Oh, God! I can see through everything. Oh, good lord, why? Why? Nope, I'm alive.
Did none of those hit?
What? What? What have you done? Where am I?
I suppose the existence of Vex milk does imply the existence of Vex titty.
Oh no.
Cam. I'm not happy with this thought.
What the fuck? What the? Oh, honey. Oh. 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 Oh, yeah, I broke it. We broke it, everyone. No, it's fine. This is totally fine.
Doesn't sound fun.
I could have. I could have.
You son of a bitch.
It's real close.
Goodbye.
I had an accident, and it's brown.
Oh my god, no! Okay. Oh. No? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Deepstone Crypt on Europa. Tonight we are in search of GCU's eyes. She lost them somewhere, and we have to find them. But yeah, tonight we are joined by... let me bring everybody in.
Yeah.
Alright, we are live.
Oh, I'm on my Iron Banana loadout. That's alright. Well,
So-
whatever.
Yes, tonight we're joined by GCU, Ash,
Hello.
Hi.
Evil Architect,
It's a me.
Oh,
Sajuk,
Hello.
and the Pink Pansy.
Hello.
And me,
Who's
but
watching?
I don't matter. So,
I mean, we are not joined by you. You are the person who is being joined. So
it's your raid card though.
it doesn't work. It is my raid card, but you were saying we are joined by, so you are
True.
implicit in the
True.
The Hyper Quantum Store Force doesn't want to quibble about semantics with you.
Hello, Bad Chop. Hello, Sky.
Yeah, I need to finish.
Almost.
Knock knock, open up the door.
Yes, please open. Hi.
Oh, Ash, you're wearing the wiggly hat.
Yeah, I am.
Why?
It still won't drop for me. I want that hat.
Not okay.
Not okay because you don't like the way it looks, or not okay because I won't give it to you?
Not a. I have it. I don't
Okay.
like it. Foxmar can have mine.
Okay, open the trade window.
Yeah.
I'll give you one of these extra red Lubres I have.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey. And
I've got two of them
I
on
think
there.
I think I'm only at 2 for Lubres. I did just finish Cataclysm though.
Nice.
Isn't it refreshing not having to go back to orbit for that?
What do I want to eat?
It's been a little while.
I always get lost here.
I'm following Evil Architect, and I don't know if the Evil Architect knows where they're going.
oh, I know I've gone.
Oh, they got there, so...
Yeah, no, you're on the money. I'm just like, wait, isn't it further to the right and started to veer off now? It was making a mistake.
Hey, Seju, remember how many times we did this last Saturday?
8.
Oh god.
What? Why?
Flawless.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's right. You
Yeah,
guys were cracking up
fair enough.
flawless.
We
God.
got it now.
Landlord still owes me a flawless completion of that.
I
And
need
if
to
you collect-
do flawless. I have a lot of things to do.
I helped.
Really.
Helped a bunch of people get it, but sadly I had to alt F4 during the jumping puzzle, and the one time I fell off
Oh no.
Oh no.
after everyone
Oh.
else died very many times on previous runs.
Really, game?
it was-
Really? Just when I get there?
Is my keyword coming through?
No,
You're not hearing
no.
it.
Not here.
Okay.
No, correct.
All right. I've been tinkering with my noise filter.
Oh, well. I'm having a good run over here.
Well, I mean, if I see a flawless card, I will, if it's at a reasonable time, I will definitely help out.
Hello, Mr. Morpheus.
I miss the good old days when you just cheated the crap out of this. Oh well.
Frostbite is not the problem in this.
No, but it made it a hell of a lot easier when you didn't have to try and rush.
Thanks. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Delivery has been ordered.
No worries.
Gib Pike.
Ah! Pansy just took me with him.
All aboard.
So that's one brig down already. Captain's down, second brig's down.
Come on. Come on. There we go. Over the hill.
Are you over here? No, we're waiting on GCU before we go for the chest. Okay.
Yeah.
Or not, I guess.
I mean,
Actually,
you
how long
don't
is this
really
chest left?
need
Do we need
to.
to worry about this one? I can't remember. It's been a while.
I should probably
I
get the frostbite
think
off.
that overall they have fixed that. I don't think it's that much of a problem.
They used to be very
anymore.
bad in something.
Yeah. I feel like I remember seeing something about that being addressed.
It has a timer, but now it's really long one.
It's like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's 10.
This is always the one leg of this journey that I'm so bad at. Come on.
Camera's so close to my body that all I can see are white dots. This emote.
Nice.
Hey, I actually made it for once, first try.
Nice.
Once in my life.
Oh, that is an interesting trail, Foxfire on that sparrow.
Oh, I actually haven't seen what the trail looks like on this one yet.
What is it?
It's
Which sparrow?
I forget the name of it. It's the one that's got like the hologram front.
Oh, fuck me. God damn it. I made the hard part and then I turned right instead. You mean the Tron one?
Yeah.
Wait, did it put me all the way back at the fucking beginning?
Oh no.
It
It
did.
might have.
It
Oh,
actually
no.
did.
That sucks so bad.
Are you for cereal right now?
I assumed that it wouldn't have even let us go through the door without you, so I'm... What?
It has
I'm
put me
confused.
all the way back at the beginning of the sparrow race.
It never used to let us through to this
It-
section without everyone being there. That is wild. What the hell?
It sometimes does.
Huh. Oh god, somebody
Oh,
said-
did it let you guys into the
It let
first
us through
encounter?
and we're in
Yeah.
the first encounter right now. I'm looking at the flag.
Well,
Reminder
Start
for
without me.
unstoppables.
Alright, well time to change my mods. Don't forget
it
the
bopped
overhead.
me. It like
You mean
bopped-
overload?
I think because it actually bopped me out of the encounter space. It put me in the airlock at the begin, like before the race starts.
What the hell? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
I've
Hello, Lark.
never seen this raid do
pretty
that. That's...
fucking weird. All right.
Oh, I've seen it happen once or twice.
Just gonna stay on light side. I'll scan on light, I guess. It's been a little while, but
Do we have a dark scanner?
I can do dark scan.
we
we have
count
first?
from the stairs down backwards.
Yes.
Right.
So stairs
Yep.
is 1, wall
Yep.
and pillar far away from it is 4 and 5. Do we have a dark? Yeah, you just said dark side scanner. Do we have a first operator?
Maybe it'll put me for.
We gotta have a first operator.
I mean, we can probably pull you. We can definitely pick up this operator thing, but
All right,
All right,
just pull me. I don't care.
Well, Sujuku's
well,
second off.
we're still assigning roles, so
Alright.
you've got
Yeah.
time.
We still need a first operator.
I've never done it, so I don't actually know
I
what
mean, I
it
can
involves.
operate.
I usually clear.
It's not hard. You just like follow the diagram.
It's been a long time since I've done this, so I wouldn't necessarily want to
Uh,
throw myself into that.
Oh,
I can
either Oxford-
operate. Let me just go
Alright.
get a diagram. Once I'm fucking done horsing around out in the frozen wilderness, apparently.
While we are waiting, have you heard the good word?
Oh,
Our
it is
Lord
the good
and
word.
Savior, our Lord and Savior, Wordcliff Catalyst.
No.
Dear.
Bold move.
I approve.
I have some issues after that flawless run because I usually do it with work. Usually do this part with Wordcliff and just couldn't use it.
Yeah, it's a bit risky in a flawless, isn't it? Either for accidental fuse hit or for kill it yourself.
Wish there was a map so that I could see. Because I'm watching GCU's name slowly move closer. Oh,
Oh,
and
there's maps in the Google Drive.
Yep.
I meant one that I could like open in game and like it tell me where
Oh,
she was
yeah.
at. Because the one currently doesn't show where any of us
Yeah.
are.
Give us Skywatch.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, we're effectively off the top of the screen at this point, I believe.
Has the map ever shown past the Reese Reborn porch? I remember trying single player it and never seeing my.
I
Correct.
think it'll just like have your dots kind of up there, but it doesn't make much sense.
Yeah. It's just it just puts a dot on it.
Alright, give me a sec to put my raid pants on.
Reminder for Overload champions.
Alright.
Oh wait, should I have a? What is this? Alright, hurt thinners. Hurt thinner. Hurt thinner. That's all hurt thinners. Do that.
Okay, am I actually operating?
Yes, you are first operator.
Okay, cool. What was I even? Auto rifle. That's what I was looking for. Good job, brain.
I gotta make sure I've actually got text chat turned
Oh, I need LFR scavenger. Right, I was running Jotun.
Yeet.
Yeet. Let me tell you, nailing someone with Jotun is still just as satisfying in Iron Banana as it once was. So,
Jotun is always fun.
especially these days, because a lot of people, it's not really, it hasn't been really meta for a long time. So, a lot of people have, like, lost their defenses against it.
Yeah, because they kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, and there's when it's Iron Banana, there's always people who like know some PvP but don't play it all the time, so they haven't had to dodge a Jotun shot in a long time. Diagrammatic. The upside down. Alrighty. Anyone remember what side you start on for operator?
Dark, usually.
Dark? Okay.
I mean, it doesn't
Uh,
particularly
it's-
matter.
Well, it's dropped by...
Yeah, is it?
The operator is dropped by one of the vandals at the back, right?
Yeah.
On the dark side. There are too many
What?
people on the dark side, though, aren't there? Or are there?
Op,
No, maybe
op
not.
is in the
No, there's
op
three.
is in the shower. Scanner
No,
is on
because
the outside.
you'll be going downstairs, so it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
right. Operator starts in the shower. Scanner's the one that comes
It-
from a vandal.
Yeah.
For the first operator, it depends on how many people you want to keep on dark side. Since dark side, it has extra champions and ads.
All right. Well, I can be on light side then. Someone else go on dark side. I'll pick up first.
All right.
All right.
Got
Everyone
Alright.
rallied and readied.
Wait,
Yep,
isn't that...
I'm good to go.
All right. Start us off.
Right, it's the scanner that comes out
Give
of
me
the
the
vandal,
thing.
and it's been a while.
Give me that.
It has honestly been a while.
You know,
I ran this a
it's been a
lot and then
while since
stopped.
I operated.
So remember, don't head downstairs until you've got your first callouts.
5. Dark 1.
Oh,
D15.
okay.
Ice in the shower.
Alrighty.
Got operator, got scanner. Let's see.
One that's on a pillar.
L3 and L4.
Five.
L3, L4.
L3, L4.
Thank you.
80.
Pick up
Whoa!
second scan. Sorry, second operator.
L3, L4. I'm an idiot. I went to do 1 and 5 on light side as well. I'm stupid. If someone wants to scoop me up.
Yep. Once you get the
Well, somebody's
operator.
gonna need to pick up a new thingy. It's on the right light side, just at the back there.
Got it.
I can read numbers and
Well, Sujuke's gonna be the only one that
interpret
could
them
open up the doors,
correctly.
though.
All right. Whenever you're ready, hit the light side, please.
Thanks. I can grab it if you want, or I
Yeah,
can
I'll
just
head
go take your spot wherever.
You'll need to head to the light side, Joe.
I
Yeah,
won't. It won't let me. Oh, okay, there it goes.
Yes, you have to be right up against the door.
Alright, strict one person only in the server room.
It's a weird rule, but Clovis was very insistent on it.
All right, GCU, pick this up.
Somebody needs to take operator.
Yep, GCU should be the one.
Alright, sending scanner. Trying not to get marked.
Dark middle, dark middle. I heard that. Dark left, dark left.
Okay.
Dark right, dark right. Light middle, light middle. Light right, light right. light left, light left.
It's gonna be close. Nope, we ran out of time. We gotta do
Damn.
one more in.
Ooh, so close. Passing scanner.
Alright, somebody on
No good.
dock needs to take that.
Great. Remember, GCU, don't go through that last door until you've got dark side callouts.
Light side callouts, you mean?
No dark side callouts.
Right, oh yes, never mind.
Or whichever side is calling out first.
Dark 1 and 2. Eyes in.
Whoops.
I'll get you up in a sec. I'm coming through that way anyway.
No worries.
Light 2 and...
Over enthusiastic with my own grenade.
Light 2 and Light 4. Light 2, Light 4. There you are.
Grabbing
Right.
operator.
Standing scanner. Not that it really matters.
Just confirm. Alright, never mind.
Yeah,
EA
just,
decided not to.
There's one left.
There's half of one left, really.
Yeah. Oh, it was close.
Yeah, I was like trying to sneak LFR shots under the shield while it was closing.
Yeah, so was I. Ah,
Screw you, Clovis, you're not my dad.
the DNA test isn't back yet. Hey, Raph.
Do I have DNA at this point?
Are you an exo?
No,
more of an
neither
oil
of you do.
It's more of an oil sample, really.
Hmm.
Although, yeah, well, Clovis probably has his genome fucking encrypted, so
Oh.
he's got a fucking NFT.
Of course, Clovis would have NFTs.
He absolutely has some kind of crazy ass patent on his own gene.
Alright, so what do we consider the DPS meta against this these days? Because I've heard...
Parasite can really toast it.
Oh, right, Parasite.
I mean, Moment is still, like, the good old default.
I'm willing to give Parasite a go just for the comedy, but
Yeah.
it's a
If you
fine...
you build up those stacks on Parasite, it's a pretty good like in terms of burst, it's
Remember
a
to
single shot.
let someone else actually land a point of damage first before you hit her with a parasite shot then.
Because you got to get past the break point, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
How do I
That's alright, I'll have a fusion rifle for that. Also, one fusion
Alright.
rifle round to start, and then...
So you calls downstairs scanner.
I'll go upstairs. I don't care what job.
Pansy, can you
have-
do upstairs scanner?
Awesome. Are you a Titan?
Oh, yes.
Very good. Alright, the Titans have Thunder Crash with Curious on scanners. Who wants to be operator?
Upstairs?
Yes.
I
I mean, operator
can.
is
I
only
haven't done
upstairs.
it in a long time, but
Alright. And who is upstairs at clear?
I guess I'll do that.
Alright. Last two are downstairs with Sejuk.
All right.
adios.
Alright. Just... double check. What up?
Why is my discipline so
So what you're
low?
saying, Haraf, is that the games that Alex plays where you have to find all the keys are
Mhm.
actually closer to reality than we want to admit.
Too real.
I still want someone to give Alex enough money so that he can build his actual Resident Evil mansion. I want that to happen. I want...
Didn't turn out well for the architect in Resident Evil. I'm just saying.
Well, that's because he was building that crazy mansion for an evil company. I mean, like, Alex isn't going to be an evil company.
Well, he was building his crazy mansion for an evil evil dude.
Yeah, everyone knows
Then-
Spencer was evil, so look at him.
Didn't he build like 3 of them?
Yeah. Resident Evil mansions
I
were
thought
very
it was
popular.
exceptionally funny in like a very funny tiny Resident Evil joke that in the beginning of, I want to say it was RE8, when you can walk around in Ethan's house, he has some books, and one of the books is like a study of European fortification architecture by George Trevor, the original RE architect.
Yep.
That was a really good one.
They know. They know. They know how stupid all these mansions are.
Alright,
Oh.
remember, GCU, start downstairs, pick up the
Yeah.
bob, and then head up. It's in the
What
elevator.
what
down.
side this operator scan is spawn?
Random.
Random.
Spawn on.
Yes. Somebody
Random.
will need to keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm good to go whenever.
Alright, if everyone's rallied and ready,
Mhm. Pop,
Then-
locked, and ready to drop.
Yep,
away team.
I've
starts
loaded
off.
worm gun. Let's do this.
Yep.
I have the wormies.
Consult your doctor if you have the wormies.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's not a mental image I needed.
I was writing up some info about the new exotics, and I couldn't remember parasites, trait names, and everything off the top of my head, so I just wrote them down as wormies and oh, gross.
That sums it up pretty well, yeah.
Yeah.
Ground
Anyone got
servers up.
eyes? Anyone got eyes on op?
Op center. Op down by elevators.
Rude. Get me inside, you wretch.
Me?
Left
Gonna
servitor down.
pick that up.
Ground
Yeah.
servitor clear. Ground center servitor clear.
All right, I think that's all of them then.
Ground right
Ta-da!
still in progress.
Okay.
Ground right's down. That was a lot of fusion rifle though.
Alrighty. Let's remind myself which airlocks work. Okay. That one.
Okay, here, let's leave the left-hand one
Pops
alive
servitors up.
on top.
Alright, left hand. Alright, left hand. Can do that.
Waiting on those elevators, PCA.
What? Oh, let me send you some.
Middle servitor is dead.
Right servitor's dead.
Okay, there. You should have some elevators now.
Is anyone seeing the scanner? Oh, there it is.
Running out of time.
There we go. Half scanner. Okay, kill the left servitor.
Alrighty. There.
Extinction.
Alright.
Okay.
You're deaf and smart. Alrighty.
Right side.
Yeah, Foxmore up and running this
Alright.
intro.
Pick it up.
Ash, let's.
down.
I'm lazy. Just go out there.
In
Alright,
the
Nice
shower.
spot.
Wait, no, go back, go back. There it goes.
Yeah. Is there a buff? Leave it. Was not the right buff.
Right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Fancy, could we time those damages a little bit better?
Eyes in, eyes in.
Going to grab it.
There's so many purple things to do.
Eyes in the
Okay,
shower.
I have the bomb. Okay.
Alright, who's got purple fuzz ball?
Interrupt. It's front. It's the front one. Front middle.
Foxmore, set us up the bomb.
Alright, I've got
Right.
it. I'm gonna wait for.
Scanner in
Who's-
shower.
Copy.
Who's got fuzz ball? Foxmar, come down to me.
I'm here.
Alright, we're going in here.
Center. 3,
Alright,
2,
Come on
1.
out. Mr. Airlock is not your friend.
I like airlock.
Once you have pulled the pin, Mr.
Eyes in
Grenade
shower.
is
Grabbing.
be. Oh,
Alright.
you have some elevators.
I'm expecting that if upstairs parasites, then they'll go to find
Alright.
stand up there.
Follow me.
We'll see what happens.
to- The one that I forgot is not up there.
15.
Ah,
Reset me.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's been a while and I forget where the airlocks are. Let's go bottom right.
And wave has reset.
Right, come on out.
Ooh, thanks.
Ground servers are up.
Yep.
Oh, will I get away with this? Yes.
Oh, you wanna fight with the stabby stick? Oh, we can fight with the
Lead
stabby
right
stick.
side servitor up top.
Ground
Okay.
center is down.
Ground
right
left.
is
Left is down.
ground is clear.
Little
servers.
servitor is dead.
Left servitor's dead. Okay, kill right servitor.
Extinction
Okay.
protocol.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Where is he? Front middle again.
Alright. Okay, we
Waiting on
got
eyes.
it. Ash. Alright,
Yep.
come on over.
Eyes are in the bin.
Watch
We
status.
just use this one, use the next one along.
Did it not
That's not an
reset
airlock.
those? Yeah.
Whatever, you just picked it up, so that's gonna be a problem. We'll have killed him by then.
Close left, close left. 3, 2, 1.
GCU, jump down, I'll jump it off you and...
Ground team evac. After picking up the break.
Here, if you want to grab that out of the shower.
That's right, I forgot about that bit.
Bringing up
Back
second
there.
right.
Space.
Alright,
Where is she?
which one?
I don't see it. There.
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
That's okay.
Yeah, we got
Never
it.
mind.
Crash died.
Fortunately, only the Thunder Crash needed to get there.
Which there?
Yeah. There.
Thunder
Saw,
Crash
like,
is great.
A blazing Titan go past me, and that was it.
The one problem is when you miss.
Mhm.
Give succession. No, I don't want that hat. Give me the succession. Because, darn. I just learned the other day how high the damage stacks can go on redirection, which has given me a real new appreciation of that perk. It's kind of ludicrous. If you have 10 stacks on succession, it actually does 100% more damage. So, my new plan is to pick up a redirection vorpal weapon. Injure things.
The trouble, like, how does redirection work again? Like, you have to
Redirection
hit-
is only on kinetics, and it's every elemental blow you get gives you a stack of redirection.
I thought redirection was you had
Wait.
to kill the small
Maybe
red
I'm
bars
thinking
in
of
order to
different-
do damage to large bars.
It's reconstruction, redirection, and
Recombination.
which one?
Recombination, I think.
Might be recombination that I'm thinking of. I know it's the elemental buff that only shows up on succession and heritage.
Oh, the spinny things are glitching the fuck out.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's recombination.
Recombination. Okay.
Yeah, because redirection is the one where it's like,
Yeah,
shoot
redirection.
small bars and do more damage to large bars or something.
Yeah, it's basically one for all.
How did I manage... Well, goodbye.
Recombination is the buff that I was talking about, though, that can stack up
Bye.
to 100%. Still cracks me up that I think Clovis is the only like entity in the game to just outright refer to himself as a god, and he's one of the ones who, I mean, you may be trying, dude. You're not.
He
When
tried.
he refers to himself as a god.
Hmm?
I said, when does he refer to himself as a god?
Well, he says you now face godlike judgment.
I think he's referring
I don't
to
think
the intensity of the destruction that's going to happen, rather than
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure
who's
he's.
initiating it.
I think he's saying like it's my judgment upon you.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
how
that
I
just
always read it.
Clovis just saying
maybe.
that it's gonna be biblical.
Yeah.
He did also.
Like, there's... you
His
can't
plan
ignore
was
the
to
fact that
become the
nuclear,
god emperor
I mean,
of
from a certain
humanity.
perspective, I can kind of understand the reasoning there. Yeah.
I mean, nuclear weapons always have that kind of be-all, end-all thing.
They've been described as biblical judgment
Yeah.
on many occasions. So
Even
Yeah.
though they're not really in
So it's more of a
Destiny context anymore.
well, I mean, it depends what you
cultural
yoke
rather
them
than.
with.
I mean, we know that at the time of at the time the crypt was built, the Apex antimatter warheads were online. The whole reason that Clovis built a jank space station instead of just actually getting a nuclear bomb is that he would have had to explain to Rasputin what he wanted a nuclear bomb for.
But I mean, like, the space station has darkness and radiolaria flowing through it, so I would assume that his jank space
It's
station is
probably
going to
not
do extra
great.
damage. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably... it would probably
But
be one of those things
the-
where it's like, these elements should not be put together. If one thing goes, the other things are going to go, and it's going to be more than the sum of its parts.
To be fair, there's a little bit of a mismatch between what Clovis says in the raid and what the journal says in text, because the journal implies that basically it's a big nuclear explosion to cover up the crypt and the colony, because it's extremely illegal. But then in the
Yeah.
raid, he implies that like literally Europa will explode.
I mean, the journal at least also implies that there's some very interesting weaponry that we don't actually see that can do like a lot more interesting damage.
The stuff that, but that's why Clovis couldn't get a hold of any of that without explaining why he wanted it. Like Elsie was able to get her topological plot weapon basically via Willa Bray and like the Foundation that did Traveler stuff. And there is an Apex antimatter warhead in that casket under the anomaly that it is implied may be able to just delete the moon should it become necessary, but that is under AI com authority.
That's
so Clovis
concerning.
couldn't get one of those either. Yeah. Listen, if whatever was in that anomaly popped off, it was going to be a big problem.
I mean, it pulled a ring, so it kind of popped off, but not in a showy way.
It's still
The
concerning.
one ring, rather.
That was the
Reminder for overloads.
Yeah.
Also, Hraf,
Having
those
a-
photos. What's all that white stuff on the all over the ground? I don't understand. Florida man's confused.
It's a funny kind of smog, really.
It looked cold.
All right, are we just playing this one by ear, or when you actually
Chaos
get-
mode.
delete the moon?
He-
Yeah,
he
I mean,
deleted
it was not accidental. There was I spent a long time reading the booklet that came with the Moon Collector's Edition because
Wait, if there's an antimatter bomb under AI com control, then how did
no,
that work with
under the anomaly on the moon.
Yeah.
in the PvP map.
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Good place.
warhead? Isn't that warhead only there and not going off because it's under direct AI com, by which we mean Rasputin control, and Rasputin is no longer operational? Yes, the thought has
wait,
occurred to
so-
me that we might be in trouble.
Oh, right. The anomaly got moved from the China expedition.
Yeah, it was
Right, okay.
the
So I was like,
K1
why?
anomaly, which was the
wh-
crazy
Yeah,
ass
I was
darkness
thinking, like,
antenna.
why did the K1 people let him put an antimatter bomb under their facility?
They did not have a choice.
Well, I
That
mean,
was
they didn't they locked out Firewall. Remember, like the whole thing
they
is like
locked
they
a firewall. They
and
would
they
not
didn't want
have
him
been able.
involved at all. But what was
Yeah.
it? At some point, he managed to move it out of there.
No. So
Yeah, because
so
the K1 communication.
initially, the antenna was discovered. That was the original K1 anomaly. The K1 anomaly was then boxed up in that extremely complicated, crazy containment system that has a warhead sitting in a casket underneath it. However, before that got put in a box, which was like an order from the war mines essentially, the the station had built a replica basically and had not told anyone else because the station or the like expedition commander was like, oh, Clovis Bray Corp is gonna like steal this thing and lock it away where nobody else can get at it. So the antenna, which I mean the antenna wants to continue talking, basically told them how to build another one. And they built that and hid that, and that was sort of what they were communing with. And they did have an AI on site, Firewall, but oh geez, they hard isolated it from the network.
And that was a mistake.
Though it did keep trying, and there's some evidence that it got at least enough through for the war mines to figure out that there was something going on.
Operator right, scanner middle.
Suppressor got.
Operators over here.
I got scanner.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a couple of those moon logs are the AI comm logs, aren't they?
Yes, so as far as I can piece together from the way the AI logs are written, they're not. It's not obvious the way that the logging format works.
1 and 4.
Okay.
What is 1 and what is 4?
Front
Like
left.
close
Close
left?
right.
Yep.
Far
Alright,
left.
close left.
Running for it. Jesus Christ.
And suppressed.
So which one was there?
Close right is
both
still
close.
close right is still open. Close right is still open.
Yep.
Scanner deactivated.
Scanner's active. Still.
Oh, scanner.
That's
sorry,
operator. I got it.
Oh, by the way, check far left. I had to run across map to get it.
Both left side.
Both left, both
Both
left.
left.
1 and 2.
I'm grabbing this bomb over here.
Suppressed.
Okay.
Where the slope up
Okay.
to these boxes. has
Scanner
been
deactivated.
causing
I'm gonna put it in the
death.
shower.
Copy.
Right.
There you go.
I'll grab it.
Okay.
Okay, it is both left. Both left.
Okay.
Both left, pins 1 and 2. Suppressed.
Both bombs are on the right.
I'll take far left.
Close left.
Suppressor deactivated. Suppressor in terminal.
I got knocked over.
Okay.
Suppressor still in terminal.
What suppressor?
Copy that.
Whoa. Jesus, he just teleported in right next to me. It is Both far, both far.
Alright, I got 5 left.
Bins 2 and 3. Bomb on the right. Nope.
What happened?
Someone
No
didn't
one
pick
was
up a
supposed to
bomb.
Like,
All right.
somebody didn't pick up a bomb on
someone
the right
didn't
side.
Pick up the thing. All right, give me 2 seconds.
1, 2.
I imagine she's got food delivery.
Yep.
So it might be a bit longer than that.
Yeah. That's fine. Also hate when you accidentally delete the moon. Hey, it worked out fine in the Sonic series. Blew up the moon and it was back in the very next game. Nothing happened. Don't worry about it.
Look, no one
Every
needs
once in a
those
while,
tides
I come
anyway.
across a clip from whatever that recent Sonic TV show is that's like 3D animated, and it was just like Dr. Robotnik is like visiting like this evil doctor store that sells ridiculous things or something, and he goes up to the checkout. It's like the person's like, "I need to see your credentials for being like your PhD for being an evil doctor." It's like, "Oh yeah. Someone asked me that last time and I threatened them." And he's like, "Yes, that was me. But this time I got divorced, so you have no one to threaten me. You don't threaten anymore. I don't care."
That sounds like
I'm just
Sonic
like,
Boom.
"What?"
That's
Yeah.
got to be Sonic Boom because Sonic. Yeah, yeah. Mr. Morpheus knows. Yeah, Sonic Boom is actually very well written and it's full of adult humor and stuff like that.
Yeah, because like every once in a while there's just like these like absolutely batshit crazy like clips that come through on Tumblr, and I'm like, I'm amazed this got made, and at some point I'm going to have to watch this.
Like I was honestly like, this is really fucking good. I can't believe this.
Oops.
Is GCU back? Because GCU is not back.
No, GCU's not back.
Well, let's
alright.
see how far we got.
This is fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here.
5,000, that's easy. No worries. I see you.
I've got scanner.
Oh, I got suppressor.
Operator.
Where's operator?
Got.
We got them all, I think.
Alright.
Yeah, it looks like it. Both front ones, 1 and 4.
Copy. So Duke calls bin 1. Bomb on left still. Bomb on left still.
Nice, it's suppressed.
Boxar.
I'm not getting into
Yes,
it in
yeah,
time.
there's a bomb right beside us. And we're dead.
Got it.
Nope, we got it just in
Nope.
time. That exploded.
Yeah, that exploded, but I'm carrying it, so
Operator deactivated.
You gotta be a bit more attention to the bombs.
Yes, please.
Remember, keep an eye out.
Like,
on-
even if you're using operator, you can still pick up a bomb.
Yep, the only
I
one
had
who
to
can't
last
is
time.
Suppressor.
I just thought they'd already had them.
And keep an eye on where people are. There should be 2 people on each side. at
Both
least.
front ones, again, 1 and 4.
Alright, both bombs are gonna be right.
I'm gonna go front left.
Right.
Exit suppressed.
Where are you?
Why are you teleporting, asshole?
Operator
Die.
deactivated. Operator in terminal.
It's back. It's mine.
Like, you realize we're gonna be screwed if we get all the way to the end and GCU's not back, because she's not gonna be able to get there. Actually, no, that should be
Doesn't
okay.
matter.
That'll be
Yeah.
fine.
I
see.
don't know when it kills
Are
her, but
moving.
Both right side.
Copy, bins 3 and 4.
Gonna go far right.
So Duke will take from 3. Oh, you've already got that, okay. Oh,
next suppressed.
Who's deactivated?
Suppressor is deactivated. Look, you can't put it in if you stand in front of
Oh, someone took it off me. Nice.
Both left side, 1 and 2.
Copy. Waiting for
Operator?
Operator.
Damn it.
Gonna take far left.
Copy.
Oh my god.
I gotcha.
that captain jumped in front of that. Alright, anyway.
Ever seen a
Yeah,
captain, Mr. President, something that fast?
Yeah, he Mr. President, the Overlord captain.
Upper
Check on
gear
deactivate.
ready.
Copy. Off out. Or off con, rather.
One and three, so close left, far right.
Going far right.
Just left.
I died to
Off the hand
radiation.
at 3.
Did I get it?
Yes, you got
Yes.
it in.
Who's deactivated? Suppressor's in. Terminal.
That's suppressor.
Both far. 2 and 3.
Copy.
2 and 4. 2, whatever. Both far.
2 and 3. Going for an fin 2.
Panic suppressed.
I'm deactivated. I'm putting it in.
It doesn't matter.
Should be it.
Oh, good.
Oh, you can if you want, but
Hey, it was clashing with my outfit and put it in. Hey, you Fallen should really run. Just saying, this is... Look, I'll help you out. Look, this close. You just have to make it to the door. Come on, I believe in you.
oh no, they got disintegrated.
Okay.
Oh, I threaded that just for.
So that's why he needs to do the art installation. Okay, let's see here. Thread needle. Outbreak. Zealots. Swap to
Ow. My keys.
Eleanor. Oh, right. I can swap helmets.
Oh, how you
Never
tease me,
wonder-
game.
Ever
Sorry, what was
wonder-
that?
I've got a deep side heritage, but sadly, that's not a pattern.
Ever
Oh.
wonder if Guardian's shin bolts look like Kintsugu vases?
Oh.
I mean, at some point you stop being able to like heal that, and then the ghost just restores you from template, right?
The ghost
Yes,
is
I mean,
looking at her
I-
pattern just
if,
like,
if
no.
my knees got that bad, I would kill myself and come back with normal knees.
Oh my god. There's some fan artists on Tumblr. They had a character, and the character was just like, "Ghost, revive me for 3 p.m. for a 3 p.m. meeting," and they're cocking a pistol, and the ghost is like, "Shouldn't you just sleep like a normal person?"
Ghost, 3 p.m.
Yikes.
All right, is someone doing div?
I've got div, and I've got well
Are you,
with Lunas.
are you also doing operator?
Never done that. So, what do I have to
Yes
do?
or no?
I've never done the
Uh,
operator, so...
Operator, you just, during the bomb running phase, you pay very close attention to the bomb runners, and when the bubble forms, you pop the bubble by shooting the glowy purple circles.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Alright,
What's the DPS meta against this guy
Oh.
these days?
LFRs
options?
or Outbreak, generally.
Okay.
They're very compatible, so you can do like both or either or whatever.
Yeah.
Suppressor. Anyone have a desire to be suppressor? Alright, so equal to suppressor. Put your bomb numbers in chat if you can. Do we need to get a checkpoint? Are we running this twice?
I vote checkpoint.
Alright, I won't put a banner then.
At the
I'm eating my food. I figured you guys didn't want to.
right, yes, saving the checkpoints
Roast
for the
beef.
closets makes sense.
Assuming there is a character that people want to swap onto. That might be GCU.
Yeah, my guess is it's GCU.
Alright, let's see. Swap the helmet out for their helmet suit 14.
Looks like I
Season
should
of the
jump off the edge.
Splicer and Beyond Light logos are so similar. Oh, there we are running. That's all. Do that.
I'm gonna need those kill numbers to get up a bit. Just saying.
Alright, who's swapping out? Or does, yes, someone needs to swap out.
Yeah.
Alright, someone did. And that someone is GCU. Very good. What did I forget to do? Change that to pulse reloader.
Oh god, the firecracker sound effect isn't stopping. I switched to the chair and I can still hear the sounds.
Yeah, same.
Alright.
Yes, I've broken it.
Passion remains on point. Everyone's here. Place down banner.
Can I duplicate it again? Oh, now I'm doing science. I need to see how many times I can get this stacked. I'm hearing it like 3 times right now.
I'm more than minorly unsettled about this Neptune thing.
Oh,
I'm
there
not
it's
gonna lie.
Okay.
I need to read this.
What Neptune? What?
Neptune's weather changed, which is weird. Something 30 AU away.
Actual
that
Neptune,
has...
not Neptune in the game. Okay.
No. No, Neptune, actual real Neptune. It's 30 AU away and has a 250-year orbit. Its weather should not be changing this quickly.
Great. Fins 2 and 3 are still to be called.
You think it's from some sort of impact, or?
It is the early southern summer in Neptune. But a lot of... So Neptune is weird. It actually emits about twice as much heat as it should. And we think that has to do with relic heat of formation with... or not relic heat, with heat of formation of crystallization in the atmospheres, which in some cases may actually mean that it rains diamonds in some layers of the atmosphere, because carbon crystallization releases a lot of heat. But it may just be the solar activity cycle. It may just be random variability, but it's a nice reminder that we know jack shit about Neptune, and we know even less about Triton, its moon, which is really cool. Like, Triton's a really cool moon. We don't even have a picture of the whole moon, because it wasn't fully illuminated the last time we sent something to Neptune. It's ridiculous.
Right, because the last thing we got a decent picture of was Pluto or whatever. We didn't get a...
Yeah,
That one didn't go past Neptune at the...
Yeah,
midway
no,
through,
New
did it?
Horizons went straight
was
to
it,
Pluto because they actually fast-tracked New Horizons more than a lot of other space probe missions because of the particular alignment of where the other planets were and where Pluto was meant that we had like this very specific window of a year or so to launch a probe that could get like enough gravity boost to get out to Pluto in a reasonable amount of time. So like New Horizons was designed and built faster than like the Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer, even though it was started later, because not a lot of chances to get out to Pluto, and it was totally worth it. New Horizons fucking ruled. And also that other thing that they swung past, the space potato in the Kuiper Belt orbit, so weird.
All right, Ash. Looks like you're bin 3.
Oh, am I?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Like if it's raining diamonds, how far are they
Right, because
falling?
we're going
It
left
sounds
to
like
right in terms of the
the
dunk
so
points, right? Yes.
so
that'd
we'll be doing the relative method. Yes.
Yep, yep,
Left to
that
right
works.
from wherever
Sorry,
he
I
goes.
just had to get my brain in the right
Oh
place.
yeah,
first.
orbital mechanics are not my bailiwick. I've taken like a full-on class on them, and I still just, you know what? Gonna let the computer and other people who are good with geometry handle that one for me. Not my
This-
bailiwick.
Because it's 3D space, right? And
No, it
you-
has to do with like eh, boosting in and out and like calculating various perihelions and like
Have you
it's just annoying. There's a lot of like names for things because they used to calculate orbits back in the day when they didn't write math down in formulas. They wrote it out in words, like a word problem, which is why for some branches of math, everything has a name, even though there's no reason for it to have a name. They used to write math out as sentences,
Weird.
and that was it, which is weird.
Have you played Kerbal Space Program out of any curiosity?
No, I tried, and it was too much like work.
Yeah, that I could buy.
Which is weird because I love Space Chem, but for some reason, Kerbal, I think I just like I expected a lot out of myself when I was playing Kerbal, and I couldn't handle the stress.
Yes,
Alright,
I
is there-
can't play that in career mode. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Is everyone rallied and readied?
yeah. Let's
Yep.
go bully this.
Well, there's
Alright.
there's two
Cyborg.
people still back at spawn, so
Yes, that's
Am I-
correct.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is
So Ash, if you're at labs, if you move closer to labs,
oh okay. I
'cause-
didn't
'cause-
realize that was actually part of labs.
Yeah,
that's
because those
fine.
bins there are lab spins, and yeah, now
Yes,
you're
I
at the bins
hadn't-
for.
Yes, no.
Sorry,
I
the
assumed
bins
I
you
was
were
part of
previously
spawn.
at were spawn bins. Yes. Oh, yeah, lots of words. All right, here we go.
Here's that.
First time I've seen him go in the air like that.
I sort of just stand
Welcome
there.
to Void Explosions, baby!
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. He's at spawn. At spawn.
Excuse me. All right, we're live. The dabbing is
One.
real.
2, 3, and still 3.
Back left.
He keeps turning
No,
away
we
from
didn't
me.
get 3.
Detained. Thank you.
I guess I'm going to 3. We only picked up 3 of them.
We'll have to get that last quarter drop if we use
detained.
this.
Ooh.
Oh, did
Nope,
the core
looks
actually
like it
drop
did.
then?
It did
Looks
drop.
like it
It
did
looks like.
drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were.
Is there a challenge
No.
this week? What's the challenge?
That was copies of
Yeah.
copies. That was
Hey,
yeah, that was in copies of copies. That was
Oh
second
yeah,
second encounter or whatever.
That's what
Wasn't it?
kill all the. No, that's don't vent any of.
Yeah,
Don't
you
put
gotta
any
hang on
X's.
to all of the things.
Not a favorite one. I prefer the kill all servitors within 5 seconds of each other one more than that.
In that case, it's just bring 4 or 5 Thunder Crush Titans. Easy peasy.
I mean, Thunder Crash Titans do solve most problems, yes.
All right, ready for a second go, everyone?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do this.
A lot of
Really wish-
teleporting dregs.
Stop. Yeah, I wish they'd stop clipping into the ground.
Mm-hmm. That is some dark magic.
Still not as bad as it was the first year. Oh,
Oh,
boy,
did you
was
see
that
the
bad.
quab changes for older raids?
Yes, I'm
Very, I like them.
tentatively.
Alright, he's on again.
Alright, he's dabbing.
I'm hoping that they end up changing it so the rotation ends up giving a few more pinnacles.
There we
Alright,
go.
that's 4.
Yeah, help, I'm being detained.
Detained.
Thank you. Help, I'm being detained.
That's the second detain.
Suppressed.
Am I being
Scanner got deactivated, so you're all good.
Copy that.
I can't get to that bin. Ah, I'm dead right in front of the bin.
Oh,
please
God,
bounce my
save
orb.
it. Fucking
What bin?
It was this one.
Here.
Oh, no, now I can't. Okay.
Ash is also down at bin 4.
3.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably
Radiation.
not a thing, but...
I'll head for bin 3.
Who dunked in bin 4?
That's bin
No,
3.
no one got so evil. You went to
Evil
bin
did.
1 and bin 4.
Please
Oh,
don't.
Yes,
sorry.
you did.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It
Oh,
dropped
Thomas
it
still-
right in front of the thing. We might want to just
Well, bin 3
redo
has already
this
been
one.
done. You need to dunk in bin 4 anyway.
Wait,
Somehow.
some confusion
Oh,
about
why?
our bins here, lads.
I think it's probably too late. You're probably not going to be able to dunk it.
Yeah, just wipe. We're wiping. There's
Yes,
two-
Oh, yeah.
I went to bin 3, which was 3rd from the left. And every single ad wanted me dead because there wasn't anyone else here because all of you went to bins 1 and 2.
Yeah, sorry, my fault. I was running automatic from the last raid.
That was
Yeah, it's
funny.
fine. It happens. I made the mistake last time we did Deepstone, so...
We were like, oh yes, okay, we're all set and ready, and we've got everyone assigned, and then we started, and we're like, wait, shit, 2-core strat means that the augments actually have to get swapped out. Shit. A facepalm moment, but fortunately didn't wipe us.
Alright, I'm good whenever.
All
It
right,
was
let's...
also very kind in that it kept deactivating the same augment, so we didn't have to.
Oh, that
do
is
any further-
very polite.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It's
this
always
is a
nice when
kind
it
game.
deactivates scanner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it kept deactivating the suppressor, but I just meant that I swapped with one of the bomb runners, and we could just keep doing that. I was like, okay, that was good. Everyone ready?
Yep.
Yeah. The nice thing about suppressor is that it has by definition just done its job when things get
Yeah.
deactivated. So you got some time. I don't know how I feel about this auto rifle. Knock knock.
And behind us.
Copy that.
Alright, he's back at spawn.
So he has a preference tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's like, come on, guys.
2, 3,
Oh, yeah.
and
That's 4.
That's
Yep.
4.
Whoa! Somebody
Sorry.
took mine. Alright, that's
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry, I took it off you.
That's okay, I got another one.
I hate how it does that when they drop right
I
next to each
know.
other. I'm trapped.
That's second.
You.
copy suppressed.
Scanner got suppressed. Oh, deactivated rather. Oh. God damn it! I didn't get mine in. It's on the L3. Oh, sorry, the 3rd one.
Looks like EA is at you.
Oh, I'm being stabbed a lot.
No, don't reload. Alright. Tanks has gone to the center.
Alright, scanner's in the thing. Oh, what?
Alrighty.
I wasn't that close. Fuck you, game.
Where's oh. Is it just not rendering the div bubble again?
It's been doing that,
it's,
yeah.
It's there. It's
Yeah.
there.
I'm seeing the numbers like it's theirs. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, the Titan thing.
There we go.
Oh, that's some nice damage, son.
Damn it.
Okay.
Keep bopping us out. Alright.
I'll put a normal ref down for... Oh, I pushed way too far forward.
I have no idea where that sleeper shot went.
It had its own planet to go to.
Had its own, yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Had its own agenda.
Alright, pretty good.
Get some ammo. Heavy brick, but I think it was over at labs.
Sir, get back in that building.
Alright, he's coming
Heading
to
to left.
the left.
Gonna need to borrow that, sir. Thank you.
2, 3,
And
four.
there we go.
Alright.
You. I'm being
Bomb
the
the
day.
ground.
That's one. That's two.
Rest.
Damn it, there's so many ads.
Why is the box
Ah,
so
God
far
damn it, I
away?
didn't get 3 in.
I
Bomb at
died
three.
right in front of the box.
Bomb at 2.
Alright, I got 3 in.
Dang.
Son of a...
You mind?
There's so many freaking ads.
Right?
Good champions with the knives. I gotta say, dueling the wretches with the glaive is pretty satisfying.
Okay, I don't have a rift, but I mean a well, but I'm close.
Scanner was deactivated again, just so folks know.
Copy that.
I will be
Okay,
fine anyway.
Alive.
I do wonder if I'll actually like convince some people if I do another teaching run of this to actually do 2 core, because it does cut down the confusion a lot.
Alright, he's
Spawn.
doors.
No, it's door. God, I couldn't see him.
He's dabbing.
Last
Did
spawn.
He's at spawn. Like such
There
a
we
slow
go.
working AR. Okay. Cool. Man, I've had my quadcopter spin out like that. Doesn't feel great.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
Sort of spins its way, like all the gyros are off, and it just sort of flops on the ground, and you can see it skittering, and you're like, oh, that's gonna take a while to fix.
Did you?
I don't see any yellow.
Alright.
Wait, no, wait.
Did
Was
you?
there yellow? Is there a yellow thing? Hold on. I need to move another thing.
Come on, please.
The suspense is killing us.
Yes!
You got it?
Congrats.
Finally! Oh my god.
Victory!
Oh, fucking finally I can clear off damn collections. That's what was really annoying me, really. Like, how many times have I rated this and I don't have the collections ban? Ah, finally. Ah, alright. This horrible thing and its horrible googly eyes. Just Googling around. There it is. Terrible thing that
Now-
closes
One of the
on me.
easiest way to complete any rocket launcher bounty now.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
It's also still amazing in Gambit when you can just assault an entire team that's nowhere
Oh
near
yeah,
each
no,
other.
I've definitely been on the other end of that plenty of times.
Yeah, the game didn't even announce it. There was no pop-up in the corner.
Yeah, I think it didn't pick it up right because I was full up on heavy. It must have popped the two
Probably
engrams.
decoded it, technically.
Yeah, it popped up. It must have dropped the two engrams right on top of each other because I only saw a single engram. And then went to pick it up and then heard the exotic pickup noise and was like, "What?" and then I had to move a thing, and then it picked it up properly.
All right, so do we need or want to do that second run?
Yeah, I have the checkpoint if anyone wants to run it back.
I've had eyes for a long time, so I'm
Yeah.
good. But
I mean, you know, for whatever reason, but I think I am the only person who still needed it.
Cam
Well-
still needs it, but I don't know if he's around.
Okay.
Probably not.
Gotta actually run the raid, so. But timing is hard, so.
Yeah.
The story I was telling earlier that I had to stop to go get the food. The K1 expedition, they built their own secret antenna copy, had firewall, network air gap firewall, so that it couldn't bit back to Rasputin. Firewall then, as if I'm reading the logs correctly, and they're not written in a very straightforward way, the AI parts.
Mhm.
I believe Firewall actually tried to do like the opposite of a HAL 9000, was like, the crew is no longer functioning correctly and I need to seize control of this station and like alert someone to the fact that everyone here is crazy.
Yeah. Because they're all
but-
compromised by that point.
Yeah, but it didn't manage to make it. There's some interesting log. It looks like basically Firewall had a capability to lie. That's the mendacity protocol.
Mhm.
And you can see it is essentially trying to calculate what is the percentage, like how big is this threat of like certain types of threat, and it's like, we have crossed this threat threshold. I am now attempting to take control, but unfortunately didn't make it.
No. It was too cut out of the system.
It did. It made a valiant effort. However, some amount of Firewall's reports did get back to Rasputin eventually. We know that Rasputin has some of the paperwork on it. But the booklet that came with the collector's edition, not the logbook, but the like manual for the K1 anomaly is fantastic, because it's like, I'm pretty sure Seth Dickinson sat on Wikipedia for like 30 minutes looking up all the different extremely physics related ways to destroy the solar system. And it's this amazing list. I think I probably still have the video on my channel. I went through it. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, just get a copy. Oh no, I was thinking get a copy of Katie Mack's book on how the universe ends, but that's mainly universal ends rather than.
Yeah,
solar
no,
system
there are
destroying it.
so many contingencies in it. It's amazing. It's everything from like the device is causing everyone to get a cold to the device has dropped a strangelet, and that's one of the circumstances where it authorizes like detonating the antimatter warhead, because at that point the entire moon is doomed anyways. Like, if strangelet conversion works the way we think strangelet conversion does, and the anomaly just dropped one, the entire moon is effectively gone already.
And would
But
that
yeah.
actually stop Strangelet conversion?
An antimatter detonation, I think, would at least stop. I think it would at least it would eliminate a lot of the matter that it needed.
Fair enough.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
guess.
I also
Annihilation,
don't know
yes.
how it's not clear how an Apex warhead actually works. So
I mean,
it's possible that it's like a chain reaction type thing where it starts converting half the moon to antimatter and then the moon self-annihilates. Although, actually, if you pop
the amount of energy that comes out of that would annihilate the rest of the solar system.
that would put paid to everything else. So I hope it doesn't do that. There's a fun little note in the manual about how by the way, your antimatter warhead is on loan. You are renting that thing. Don't get any ideas, which and you have to renew your lease. But yeah, it's a real fun read if you want to learn about just a lot of weird. Someone thought about a lot of weird scenarios, like every possible way that the anomaly could screw with people. It's pretty great. But ultimately,
If AICOM is considering out of context problems, that by kind of definition means that they've considered all in context problems.
yes, they've definitely spent a lot of time on that in context problem. I am not sure what happened to K1's copy. I believe that's the K1 anomaly lost sector.
Yeah, the antenna's there. It's,
Yeah,
I
it's
believe
not.
it's that pillar that's going down into the bottomless pit.
Yeah, they may not have finished it
Oh, they
because
finished it.
it doesn't seem to. Well, they may not have gotten it as far as the other ones, since it doesn't seem to have been as dangerous. But then again, that might have just been the War Minds being like, we don't know what this is," or even worse, we might actually know what this is, and it's going in a box and it's going away forever. So
Well,
now that the pyramids are here,
From
the
what I
antennas.
recall of the lore pages, like they build that antenna in secret, and it's fully functioning, and it drives them basically insane from being unable to sleep from the dreams. So
No, they 100% got darkness all up in the brains, and then it seems like the collapse may have interrupted them.
Well, it was all tied into whatever. Like it is kind of heavily implied, at least from when I remember reading them, which was a while back, that it is quite in tune, pun, with whatever the pyramid under the moon is up to.
Yeah,
So it's all kind of like, since it's waiting there for us, it's not necessarily doing anything to us at the moment, but it could.
Yeah. It might have been. I don't remember when the pyramid on the moon. The pyramid on the moon did not arrive. The pyramid on the moon had been there for a while. It was the Europa one that was relatively recent.
We've also got the nice mental gymnastics to go through now on whether or not, now that we've got the witness revealed, and whether or not that lore needs to be retconned or at all in regards to whether or not that pyramid is actually of the darkness, or if it's of the witness, or if it's...
I am currently considering. I think there may be. Maybe I'm biased because I want there to be two entities in play because I hate the witness's design. I hate it. But there is still some implication that there are two entities and one of them may be the witness's boss. The voice in the darkness that Callus talked to, and the one that talks to Oryx in the book Sorrow, has a very different tone than what we know of the witness.
Because the way that Rolk talks about the witness and what the witness says in the end cutscene of the campaign kind of implies to me that the fleet is something that the witness found and then took control of, and then the witness has its own like dogmatic way of getting to the end state or the final state, and it's and there's still the level of darkness underneath it that allows for a whole bunch of stuff to do. Like, at least that's my impression of it.
I think the fleet might be like a higher iteration of the Hive, as it were. That and this might track back to the original idea for the Veil race, which would be a race that has been on this universe into the final shape tear for a very long time. And we might have something like the Reapers, where like you get one pyramid per civilization destroyed or something like that. Like the witness picks out one or two disciples from what's left.
Oh, that's going to be annoying if it is, because it's going to be like, you're such an asshole, the witness doing that kind of stuff.
I mean, it's implied that Mara gets a little bit of a vision in the Parasite quest, and in it, I think she says that she was one of the disciples. So
Yeah, that would scan.
that would track like if you
Yeah.
were pulling beings out of the solar system to serve as disciples. Mara, deeply screwed up, would be one of the picks. Savathun,
like
of course, is
as a
not.
representative of the Awoken, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Callus and his shadows obsession. But part of the reason that I think there are multiple is because the way that the being that Oryx spoke to speaks, and the way that the being that gave us the Unveiling Lore book speaks, is very different from the what we know of the Witness. It's deliberately in this very casual, conversational, even like modern tone, and it's not at all what we get from the Witness so far. Like if you look at the lore pages where the Witness is talking to Rulk, it sounds completely different than the being that Oryx communes with. So, and in the Vox Machina mission, I mean, to be fair, this may just be because Idle doesn't know about the Witness. Fair, we don't really in-game know necessarily about the Witness either. But she calls it the voice in the darkness. And that's also what the term Mara used when talking about the aftermath of the Glycon. Was she said an entity or a voice. Which
the crown does not seem to be something of like the Witness's design.
No, the Crown of Sorrow itself is Savathun. That is something that she built, but it's talking about
I
like.
thought it was something that she found.
No, Savathun built it and then basically baited it as a trap for Callus to find.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's why
Did she
when
attach it to?
She like basically gave it to one of her war moons and then sort of dangled it out so that the Cabal would attack it and sack it and get the
I mean, you say she built it, but she like I'm assuming when she built it, then she like attached it or opened the pathway to something in the dark for it to come through.
The crown itself is not directly linked to darkness any more than Hive magic is in general. The crown lets you essentially take command of a lot of minds. It's like a telepathic booster. So Callus uses that as part of his machine. Basically, they take Scorn, they do a bunch of crap to them because the Scorn have a very strong connection, to darkness. But they have no real minds of their own, as far as we know. So his experiments were they strengthen the Scorn's connection to darkness and then use the Crown and the Scions working in concert, essentially fuse all the Scorn's minds together and allow whoever uses the Crown at the center of this system to use the Scorn as like a telephone, basically. It's like a means of communication, and Callus actually
somewhat mirroring Clovis Bray's interference array.
It's sort of like, Clovis's interferometry with the long, slow whisper is a similar thing, although Clovis doesn't seem to have been trying to talk back. Callus wanted darkness, this entity that he believed he had at some point communed with, to see him and to call it on the phone, and he needed to make his own smartphone out of terrifying zombies. But I'm hoping that is the case, in which case it may be that, for one thing, I think the symbolism of darkness, of the traveler being an entity that is very present but does not speak, and darkness as like the winnower as always being just a voice, because in the lore so far, like, darkness likes to talk. The winnower loves to talk. It loves to persuade people. That's like its whole thing, is like, if I can get you to agree with me, then I win the whole shebang. So it's kind of cool that the traveler is very physically present but utterly silent, and darkness has no physical form, is always just a voice, but is always speaking. I don't know. I don't remember how we got on this subject, but them's my thoughts,
Part of
and I
it, the
hope
K1
that you get
anomaly.
clarification. Oh yeah, the K1 anomaly. The K1 anomaly, I think, connects back to the voice. I suspect that the voice is the winnower itself, which the witness is probably. I hope the witness is not the winnower because they.
Oh,
seem
I
like
don't think the witness is the
entities.
winnower either.
I think the witness may have constructed the pyramid fleet, or like maybe the witness was like the first disciple, or like it made itself and created the ship and then sort of went out in the universe to find other beings that were worthy of getting and of joining it and coming with it, and they would build their own ships and something like that. But it's not clear so far, and some of Savathun's like two truths and two lies.
Oh yeah, she's been doing some interesting hinting with that.
She's had some. It's great because there are all those things, and it's like huge if true, but you don't know which are true. We don't know if the traveler is the gardener or an avatar that is closer to like the witness in terms of level. Out of curiosity, what was it that you were saying about the Strangelets? The K1, the collector's edition Shadowkeep came with a manual about the anomaly and all of the different codes that the little box could pop up that indicated that a bad thing had happened. And it was just an incredible tour de force of like terrible things that could happen in so many different ways. One of which is a Strangelet, which is a theoretical thing. God, let's hope it stays theoretical. So,
It's scheduled for next Tuesday. Don't worry about it.
yeah, jeez. So, most of the hadrons that we interact with were protons and neutrons. Protons and neutrons are a mix of up and down quarks, which are the first mass generation of fundamental particles. It turns out there's basically 3 sets of the same fundamental particles that are agree in everything except mass, and so we call those, there's 3 generations. The up and down quarks are first generation. The second is strange and charm, and technically there is an up-down strange quark bound state that is a lower energy state than up, up, down, or up, down, down, which is what protons and neutrons are. So, in theory, a strangelet could form, as in this bound state of 3 different quarks, and once formed, would catalyze, because it is a lower energy state, it would catalyze further hadrons to convert to strangelets. And so it would be a runaway chain reaction. Like as soon as you drop a strangelet in, it converts everything to more strangelet. And that's hold on. Let me go.
Is that universe ending, or is there like enough
it's not
stuff between
like an
planets
Ice
or
Nine
between
situation, kind of like an Ice Nine situation. It's not universe ending. It would just be deeply inconvenient for us. Universe ending is stuff like
yes.
is stuff like if certain branches of string theory are correct, and so like okay, depending on which branch of string theory is popular today, they theorize there are anything from 11 to 21 actual dimensions. It's just that most of those are curled up and folded away in such a way that we don't interact with them. However, the manifold that is the shape of these dimensions all folded together, it's called the Calabi-Yau manifold, has like 10 to the extremely large number possible actual states. There is a vast landscape of states that it could be in, or alternately of what the background vacuum energy constant of the universe is. And given the breadth of that landscape, the odds that the vacuum energy constant we're currently sitting in is the global minimum energy is, infinitely zero. So we are sitting at a local minimum, but we are not sitting at a global minimum, which means in theory it's possible for the vacuum energy constant to spontaneously decay. Like it can't normally sort of be booted out of this local minimum because it's like a little depression in the energy landscape, but it's possible to spontaneously decay to a lower local minimum if it can sort of tunnel through. And in that case, it's extremely likely that the new background minimum would not have all those dimensions folded up and tucked away. So as soon as the vacuum energy constant decayed to a lower minimum, the space around it would decay again. Like the bubble would start expanding outwards, speed of light. And so it's extremely likely that like quarks would not exist within this new background energy state. So at any, and because the bubble expands at the speed of light, there's literally no way to know if this has already happened.
Right, yeah, because you're only seeing like that of things that have already happened, so you can't see an expanding speed of light bubble.
Yeah, you actually cannot have any information warning you that a front of vacuum energy disturbance is coming towards. Basically, if string theory is right, then at any point, instantaneously, all of us could, like, our atoms could stop existing. But, like, don't worry about it because, like, there's literally nothing you could do and no way you could ever know that it was going to happen. It would just be like turning our solar system off.
Oh, good. Well, now I have to worry about that.
No, you don't have to worry about that. That's my point. Like, if it's happening, there's literally nothing you can do, and you will never know that it happened.
Yep.
Yay.
Hold on. I spent a while at the beginning of Shadowkeep going off about the manual and all of the delightful world-ending scenarios that are on it. So, Foxmar, if it's okay with you, I will link that.
Go ahead. It's fine.
Let me go find it.
I'm enjoying lore time.
I think it's in my lore talk. Yeah, it was an hour and a half. I was just going through this manual. It's a great manual.
Where do you think, GCU, where do you think the population of all the Scorn we're seeing are? Like, because in Forsaken, they're like, oh yes, the Scorn are corrupted Elixir, right? So surely that then means that there is a finite number of corrupted Elixir.
Sorry, hang on.
It doesn't seem like we've exactly like.
Sorry, go ahead. I do not know enough about Calabi Yao manifolds to answer that question in a reasonable way. I can possibly link you to something that will answer your question.
I'm sitting here going, I know those words from Half-Life 2.
Yeah, basically. One of my good friends in undergrad was an algebraic topologist, which is the only reason that I know a lot of the topological, like I understand a lot of the topological stuff, because I am not a string theorist, and thank God I'm not. It's just math all day. And I don't do math for fun. I do math because it's my job sometimes, and I don't want it to be more of my job. Let me go find. I will look it up.
So yes, so we had Forsaken with Scorn being corrupted Elixir, and now we've got the interesting stuff coming out of Finch and Ikora on the Throne World, where they're like, Oh, the dark ether eats holes between this reality and something else, and then more scorn pour in, which makes it now sound like the
Wait, when
elixir.
did they talk about that? When did we get things eating holes in reality?
So every time that one of the public events starts, that's the ether collection
Mhm.
on the
Oh,
throne world. We're getting snippets along those lines of like, yeah, so the dark ether is like eating holes in reality basically, which will make bigger holes and allow more through and
I
allow
think
the
that
scorn
might
through.
be
And
more of an ascendant thing, not like a material universe kind of.
but so I bring that up because it also sound. I think some of the voice tips are also sounding like the scorner on the other side, and I'm like, so it
Standard model they
sounds.
disrupted their implied. Yes, perhaps that's why it is a feature of string theory, which theorizes that there are way larger symmetry groups. Then the standard model is just like a tiny, like one smaller aspect of it. Like some of them go up to about 21 different dimensions. So yeah, a lot of the false vacuum decay theories require string theory to have this much larger structure. Uh, sorry. Yes, I interrupted you, but yes, I think dark ether eating holes in things might be an ascendant realm thing because dark ether is like it's kind of a conduit for darkness, and the throne world. The interesting thing about the throne world and the reason that it looks so cool is because it was a throne carved with darkness largely, but then transformed with light. So like the same it's like the same throne world, but now it's based on a different source, which is where the wellspring is from. That's why the Scorn are always trying to get the wellspring. And I think the
I
more
was
sort
wondering
of
about their population because I'm like,
yeah,
they're
so the population of Scorn, I mean, Drifter does mention that in a couple of his opening lines where he's like, "Where are all the Scorn coming from? How are they breeding?" Uh, to some extent, on the Glycon, they implied that unless the corpses were incinerated or otherwise disintegrated, Scorn could be revived, no matter how badly like torn up they were.
oh, so they are
So
literally zombies.
yes. No, the Scorn are just actually dead, basically. Like, they are Elixni that have died and been revived in a horrible necromantic way.
Always fun.
Which is why they're sort of like mindless puppets for a lot of things. Which is why Callus was able to sort of use them as a phone call because they had a strong connection to darkness but didn't really have their own mind to get in the way. So he was sort of able to slot his mind in there and commune. Are they converting more Elixni? I don't think so. I believe that I think this is in this is talking about the Scorn is very early, like one of the first Forsaken lore books. It's not Prince of the Reef, it's not the Forsaken Prince. I don't think it's the Awoken of the Reef. Actually, it might be the Forsaken Prince because there's a couple of Varric talking to the Baron. It's Varric's and Fickrol going back and forth, and that's Varric's encounters basically the formation of the Scorn, and it is essentially like corpses being revived. Hold on, I'm trying to.
So then, in the context of the throne world, it's basically they're there because Rolk has taken psychic control of them, basically. Then.
It's somewhat implied that it might be Xivu Arath. That Xivu Arath has been empowered by, has gotten more backing
with
from
Rolk,
the.
Then.
Well,
Just
so
because
she's gotten
the
more
raid
backing
has so
from
much
the.
scorn in it.
Yeah,
Inside Rolk's ship.
I think it may be the Scorn may be set up like the Taken, where they answer to a larger will, but you can sort of, if you are strong enough, you can kind of reach in and take control. So it's sort of like whoever is in the neighborhood who's strong enough can wrench away control of some amount of Scorn.
Yeah, I guess that works, because, I mean, the final encounter is Taken.
Yeah. So,
and Encounter 3 is Taken and Scorn, so...
Yeah, so, it's likely that Rulk didn't make any of the Taken or the Scorn. They were just around, and he just sort of reached out and was like, you work for me now.
Yeah, you wandered too close to the pyramid.
Yeah, essentially,
You're-
Like, you walked too close to the pyramid, and now you work for
Yeah.
Is it... That's...
And then he had them build him a weird city.
Yeah, and... Well, he didn't get a weird city. I think the pyramid built him his weird city. I feel like the inside of the pyramid is like seeing a guy's dorm room
Oh God.
after, or like...
We've still got a lot of questions about the pyramids, because, like, again, like, from what we were talking about earlier, we don't know if the pyramids are a product of the Witness, or if the Witness found them, and whether or not the pyramids are just adapting to what their user wants, or whether or not the user is building that space, like, directly. So
yeah,
it's kind of like...
I do kind of like the idea that the pyramids are... Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, I like the idea that the pyramid is actually just like what end result you get after Rourke breaks up with somebody, because we know that he was strung along by Sabathurn.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, after a breakup, who doesn't get a giant worm and start blasting them into a weird rhomboid shape?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfectly normal.
Yeah, no, I've been there.
Yeah.
New cell. Is this it?
No.
Yes. Oh, it's most loyal. Oh, okay, it must be filed under the like category. Most loyal is the book where Varix is in charge of the prison and is going back and forth, and is experimenting with chain of... So Varix knew Fickrol before he got revived, and had him and Aldrin captive in the Prison of Elders, and was trying to figure out what the hell was going on with this crazy ass power that Fickrol now seemed to have.
Wait a second. Just an introduction. So if the Scorn are largely mindless, then how did we get the 8 Barons? No, or whatever they were.
So, well, they were like the ones that work. Like, they were the initial, like, controlling minds that were revived by
Fickrol?
by Aldrin wishing, essentially.
Okay.
They had...
Oh, wait. Oh, right. So
Some of them were
Aldrin used a wish from what's-her-face, Riven, right?
Aldrin used a wish from Riven to bring back... And it did so, and Riven did it presumably in a way that benefited Savathun by tainting this new species with darkness that she could probably... It's like a back door that she could probably reach through and take control of herself.
God, so Riven has to come back. There's no way that she doesn't come back.
I mean, Samara has that egg in her chamber still.
Well, I mean, the heart's still
And
there.
the heart. So maybe she
Yeah.
could just shove the heart in the egg and new Ankara.
I mean, you've got that last line from the raid too, where she's just like, now they're gone.
I thought
can't
they'd
wait to show
never
you."
leave.
Yeah, and finding out which exactly she is that what she wished for.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
here
fun
it is.
stuff to come before the final shape.
So Varix mixed a certain amount of ether and like whatever crazy ass, like either dark ether or like some corruption that creates dark ether that was coming from Fickrol, and says ingestion of the concoction resulted in fall and death. It was not a life-sustaining substance. It was, however, a life-giving substance. Though the dark ether lingered like a heavy fog, it also seemed to reach out toward empty vessels. In this case, it found the dead dregs that littered the floor, slipped inside the corpses like a slow inhalation, inflating them, stretching them to the point of boils and bursting and pulling them to their feet.
Ew.
Yeah,
Explains the design, though.
that's actually how the Scorn, they are dead Elixni that have been revived by Dark Ether. So they can be revived over and over and over. So as long as there's some quantity of Dark Ether, as long as they can keep killing Elixni, they can keep making this. But Fickrul wanted to make more. Then he died, and the Scorn didn't have a clear will. Possibly
He's
Savathun.
dead, right? After
What?
that strike?
Fickrul?
Well, he's as dead as we can make him at the
He's
current
as
time.
dead as we can make him. Yeah. I don't remember which thing it is, but someone alludes to the fact that the first time we killed Fickrul was not maybe the last time we needed to kill Fickrul, but he's as dead as we can get him to be.
Well, right, because do we not kill him during a campaign mission and then we kill him again?
Yes,
in a
we
strike?
kill him in the Hollowed Lair strike, but in theory, he can just keep being revived as well. However, I suspect that whatever will is now taking control of the Scorn does not want Fickrul as competition for giving the Scorn orders, and so he will probably stay unrevived for the near future. I don't remember where it was mentioned. It's in the Season of the Lost lore, but it's implied that Ziva Arath has been given more power by the worm gods and possibly even by a higher authority. That's why she's not even chasing us. She's after Savathun. Because Savathun is working on a way to basically get out of the pyramid scheme that the worm gods have ensnared the hive in for so long.
I mean, she did.
And she did. Yeah, like that's the problem. It worked. Like the worm
Right,
gods
yeah,
were like,
all of
we
Season of
need
Lost
to...
had all the Taken, and they were under the control of
Actually,
Ziva
Yeah.
Arath.
That's a question I've kind of had for a while. Are all of the hive of ghosts wormless? I know she is. She had us extracted. What about all the rest of them?
I don't
It's
think
not
so.
confirmed overall, but it is implied and in individual cases confirmed that hive with light can live without the symbiotic worm. They're fine.
But
And
have
they
they actually
also
removed it?
and they also don't have the need to keep killing to feed
it, so they're just doing it for fun at this point.
Well, that's the thing is it's one of the Moth book entries. Is essentially a thrall who's like fine, like normal, and that's the problem. They're normal for us, and they're just chilling, and they're like let me.
That's gonna be interesting though for those
Where is it? Yeah, here we are.
hive wizards with ghosts, because so much of the hive magic is based off of their
the hive
their logic.
Most hive magic is essentially the worm gods have set themselves up as the middlemen in the hive between the hive and the darkness, and most hive magic is calling on darkness as mediated through the symbiotes and the worm god. That's why Oryx was a problem, because he went out and said, I would like to speak to the manager. Killed Akka, and from Akka took the secret of communing with the deep. And then he went out and specifically himself talks to the voice in the darkness. And when he comes back, that's when he has power to take. He has gone to he has spoken with the manager and now can turn you into shadows on. Okay, wait, here it is. It's the lore entry in the Lucent Tales book that's Spectre. Subject is... It basically a ghost who seems to be a hive ghost, or yeah, it's a hive ghost, but they are assigned to do detective things. Post Lumination Day 17. So Lumination presumably being the first wave of hive ghosts. Arrived on scene, victim is a thrall, no identity. Traces of light detect Nabenki, which I think is their partner. Interviewed primary suspect. Hive prefer talking to their own, don't respond to things, even things that bring them back from the dead. So they basically wouldn't talk to the ghost. Overheard confession, suspect is Knight and identified as Uruk Thalen, victim's commander. Reported that when his ghost detected light within the thrall, Uruk Thalen executed him for theft. So, because they've been hoarding light and everything. Next day, 3 more deaths fitting same pattern. Internal artifacts of light, victims summarily executed, but raises more questions. Thralls don't partner with ghosts. Should be unable to receive or carry light.
Don't they consume it for sustenance, sort of?
They can. I think they
Feed the
would
worm at
like
least.
to eat it. Yeah, it's power. It's power that they can eat, but they can't like carry it and use it as magic, basically.
Okay, so it gets converted immediately.
Yeah, the worm eats it, basically.
It gets passed up the chain.
Encountered suspect thrall, no identification, classified person of interest 7, tests confirmed, traces of light. Nabenki applied standard hive interrogation techniques, extracted confession after extended session. POI 7 admits to stealing light, keeping it in urns, also implicated a superior acolyte, doesn't add up. Requested time alone with suspect to establish rapport. Person of interest 7 admitted to giving false confessions to end, quote, visceral hive interrogation. Claimed complete ignorance to the light's origins in his system. When asked about unusual activity, reported that his symbiote feels sated without need for bloodshed or tithing. Apparently, hive function on a system of energetic kickbacks paid up the ladder, ending with Queen, would have been useful to know earlier. Suspect this network is impacted by the introduction of light. Nabenki confirmed light exhibits a negative pressure within the system, maybe pushing trace amounts back through it. So yeah, basically the more hive in the, or more light in the system actually can support hive without... Oh yeah, no, the worm gods are absolutely a pyramid. The whole thing is a pyramid.
Yep.
And Sabathun knew that. That's why she spent so much time trying to get out of, her multi-level marketing contract. It's not that the worms have mutated to be light conduits, it's that it seems like either, if the negative pressure metaphor holds, either power is sort of being forced back out from the center. Like, the normal way is that it flows up the pyramid to the top, and light is maybe exerting some amount of pressure that is pushing some of that power back down to the lower levels. It may also be that if a thrall picks up light somehow, like, that is enough to keep it alive without its symbiote organism. We haven't gotten any further details. But it seems like Lucent Hive with Ghost don't need to feed a symbiote, and indeed probably don't, and Hive can in theory be sustained by light, and not in a like eating it kind of way. Like, they can survive without parasite, which basically is what makes them Hive. So I don't know. There's a lot of interesting questions, because like the Hive, we think of the Hive as these like relentless killing machines, but it is literally kill or die for them. Like that's their food.
Yes, if they don't, the worm consumes them.
Yeah, exactly. It's like sharks. They can't breathe if they stop moving or something like that. If they stop killing, they die. So if light can essentially replace the need for murder, you end up with some hive who are like, I don't have to kill everyone I meet, and I actually kind of don't want to. And that could have some interesting long-term implications, especially like that's why Zeburath is coming here trying to kill Savathun. The worm gods extremely do not want this to happen. We might I feel like there's going to be much more of a problem internal hive infighting than hive giving us trouble for a decent amount of time.
I mean, there's a reason why the rule basically says that the hive are a failed, set of people to bring into the fold that they screwed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I
Partly
got the implication.
partly because the worm gods were involved.
Yeah, I got the implication from Rolk that like it was this big experiment. They were gonna make the hive, and possibly Oryx would have ultimately been like a disciple. In fact, unless the witness like didn't want him around, because it seems like maybe Darkness liked Oryx a lot. But with Oryx gone and Savathun weaseling her way out of the contract, the worm gods only have Zeburath and have bet all their power on her to go crush Savathun's attempt to get. If she can get herself out, then she can get other people out, and they don't want to lose their food pyramid, basically.
So in terms of the worm gods, is the worm mother an actual worm god?
It's
The one under the appendage,
Yeah.
Under the appendix.
The appendix, exactly. Like Rolk, ultimately unnecessary. Anyways.
Wow, rude. Inaccurate.
That is a bird.
Somewhere
That
Rolk
son
is
of a
now
bitch.
like he was on the dance floor. He's like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
I just feel like I've been kicked in the face. We don't know where the worm gods. So Zeta seems to be the proto worm. That everything. They are not like a member of a species. They seem to be a singular being. Zeta like then spawned the 5 worm gods, maybe more, we don't know. At some point they all got rounded up by the Leviathan, and like the hive creature Leviathan, not like the ship. And trapped inside Fundament. Like the Leviathan had essentially beaten them in presumably some distant conflict, and they were now in planet jail. And that's why Rolk was able to strike the bargain with Zeta. Is essentially like, you guys are gonna starve and die in here unless somebody lets you out. And
Right, so it's the classic beings of power got trapped, and then another being that had power through relics let them out, and then they did their pyramid scheme, and the appended being, a relic of power, did the thing to Zeta, not necessarily Rolk himself. Okay.
sort of. So Zeta and her spawn were captive
Zeta's dead now, right?
Zeta is now dead, as far as we know. It seems that when the 3 sisters meet the worm gods for the first time, they speak of the worms, the symbiote worms, as their larvae. It's implied further during the parasite quest those were actually spawned by Zeta primarily. And then Rolk essentially came to the worm gods and was like, "I'll make you a deal. You work for me now, but I will guarantee that you will get fed." And told Zeta, "I will guarantee that your children will get out and will be fed forever," essentially. And Zeta was like, "Haven't got much of a choice. Stuck in planet jail." And Rolk then took Zeta back to the pyramid, as hostage slash trophy.
Battery. Yeah,
Sort
battery.
of. Yeah, and ultimately as battery, and Zeta
Yeah.
ended up powering the upended, among other things.
Oh
So,
wait. So
we don't
so that whole
know.
setup is Zeta powering it, not the appended like
I believe
suppressing her or doing so Zeta is feeding power into it rather the appended like putting power
believe-
onto her.
Yeah, I'd have to go double check with some of the radar armor stuff, but I believe ultimately it is Zeta powering the upended and not the other way.
Oh.
Zeta is already basically locked into this contract with Rulk and with the Witness. She knows that she is basically a hostage, but in return, her spawn are, well fed and free and so on. So, shoot, where is it?
So basically, the entire power of the hive would have been channeled through Zeta, through the appendage, to then remove the traveler from the normal plane of existence.
So
And that was
the
kind of the
appended,
plan.
the appendeds, Rolk doesn't exactly give us like an owner's manual. It's not 100% clear what the upended is and what it's supposed to do, but so Savathun says the tablets of ruin, which were something that Oryx brought back from Akka and from the darkness, Oryx uses them to take, and Savathun says they are actually, that is a subset of a larger power, and that is the power to move places between dimensions, like not just like the fifth dimension or something, but like between planes of existence, like to move the throne world out of the ascendant realm and impose it on the real world, which does kind of tally, because after Oryx kills Akka, he turns part of Akka into the Dreadnought and moves his throne world, quote, into the Dreadnought. Like, it is coterminous with the real space of the Dreadnought is his Ascendant Realm space of the throne world. So it makes sense that he got that power there, and that's similar power. That's how Savathun moved her throne world partly into our real space. And the Witness took the 4 missing worlds using that same ability, just sort of like bit them off to probably the Ascendant Realm or something else, and it's sort of implied to study them, learn something from them. And maybe that process is not 100% without side effects, since Mars came back with time all screwy on parts of it. But
it depends on why and how Mars got brought back.
Yeah.
Too.
Where was I going with this? Why was I talking about worlds being inverted?
Appended.
The upended. Oh yes, the upended allegedly can steal our world away from light, is what he claimed. Is that they will cut off our solar system's access to light as a force, which kind of.
That's what the raid.
What? Yeah, that's what the upended is supposed to do.
Not Lore, the audio snippets.
Yeah. So the idea was that we were going to get put in timeout with no light, and that tallies somewhat with this idea of this
Alternate
power
reality
being related.
jail.
Yeah, we were going to crime jail. We were going to darkness jail, and that tallies with this idea of it being built around moving things between planes. So our whole solar system was essentially going to get cut out and moved somewhere else, sort of metaphysically, so that we no longer had access to light. But we blew it up, and so, or I don't know, we kicked Rolk's ass, and so he can't use it, and so we're not going to crime jail.
Yay.
You're probably wondering how I ended up getting removed laparoscopically from the abdominal cavity of the universe.
Carefully.
Very, very careful.
Thank you for indulging me,
Right.
GCU.
Yeah,
but
I'm
have to
sorry.
head off to bed.
talked for like 45 minutes. I'm sorry about that.
I don't mind.
It
was a good discussion.
I
Yeah.
posted a
Hashtag
link.
content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I posted it. Yeah. Yeah. Free hashtag content. I
Lore,
guess.
lore time with GCU. Yeah.
I posted a link to the hour and a half of me going off about the many ways that someone collected for the collector's manual of how the anomaly could possibly endanger everyone. Would you like to hear my extremely biased theory about why Mars might have been taken?
Sure.
Go for it.
There are 3 entities we know of that have spoken with the voice in the darkness. One of them is Oryx, one of them is Callus, and the third is strongly implied to be Rasputin.
Oh.
Rasputin was on Mars. Rasputin faced down some incarnation of darkness during the collapse, and I believe it was on Mars because... So it's a little hard to base things on this Grimoire card because a decent amount of the text is actually copy-pasted from Marathon. So it might just be a Marathon reference. But he says he met it at the gate of the garden. At the time, the gate to the Black Garden was on Mars. So if something was interested in this, in maybe recruiting disciples, and was curious about the very large intelligence that it had tussled with twice, Mars would not be the worst place to take to try and figure out what its deal was and maybe
The
get a
main
hold
core
of
of
it.
Rasputin is there, isn't it?
What?
I said the main core, or like...
Yeah,
the whole
Rasputin began on Mars as himself. He has a lot of origins, but he and his current state started on Mars. I like to think of him as like one of those programming projects where like you didn't really, like, it was a test thing and then it worked, so you like made it a little bit bigger and then you sort of patched some other things in, and before you know it you have like this very complex code that lives in a directory like home/test/iteration2/try this. I don't think he was supposed to get as big as he did on Mars, but he did. That's where he ended up. Can I get your hot lore takes on this image? Very sleepy.
I do hope
Dream
Rasputin,
sleep.
like, we get some payoff to the lore stuff that's been running around in the background, and we actually get.
I mean,
Rasputin back.
they gave him the lore tab on the seasonal weapon. He's gonna either get next season or the season after that.
Nice.
My money is on him coming back, correlating with Solar 3.0 because he's very strongly
Oh, yeah, definitely.
associated with solar energy.
Oh.
And
I mean,
yeah.
ooh, think if the Titans or the classes get access to a solar attack that's like Valkyrie themed.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't get a Valkyrie glaive, I'm leaving.
I would love a
And
Valkyrie
I quit.
glaive.
It's the most obvious exotic to build, and I quit if we don't get one. But my hope is Rasputin season Solar 3.0 reclaiming the Leviathan. Derelict Leviathan returns, full of weird shit. Rasputin needs a bunch of new manufacturing facilities. Give him the Leviathan. He'd love it. Not sure how hot that take was. I don't know. I mean, that guy looks pretty warm and fluffy and sort of melted, so it's reasonably hot, I think. But yes, that is my extremely biased personal theory, is that part of the reason Mars got taken was that maybe someone was a little curious about Rasputin.
Hey, I'll take it. This sounds pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm done talking. I posted a link. If you want to learn about the many ways that life on Earth could stop, check out an hour and a half of that. Otherwise, thank you very much for coming on my raid. I'm gonna go shoot this rocket launcher at people.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Enjoy.
Have fun.
Yeah, have fun with it.
Good night.
It has
Good night,
many
chat.
eyes. And with that, I'm also going to head out because it is getting late. So yeah, thank you all, chat, for hanging out tonight for raid and lore time with GCU. I was gonna try doing some other stuff, but I've been getting constant frame drop notifications in Streamlabs, so I kind of think I need to restart my computer. So I was just like, probably shouldn't start anything else since the computer's going, since OBS is like, all your shit's fucked, right? But let's see, who is live? We can raid a Wiggins. Wiggins is playing in Outer Wilds. My bud is robbing friends. That's what that was. Oh, I was worried. Now I know. I had concerns. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. If you're not following, give me a follow. If you want to help support the channel, there's links in chat and down below on how to do so. I am fundraising to help with rent and bills because everything is terrible right now. But yeah, just hanging out in chat really helps me out as well. And yeah, I'm going to raid Wiggins. Who is playing Outer Wilds. Head on over there, and if you're subscribed, drop a heart in his chat. But I will see you guys next time for more Destiny 2. Not sure what. Maybe a Val raid. I'll have to find out. But yeah, I will see you guys then, and I hope everyone has a good evening. Also, hello, Temporally Right. Yeah, it has been a heck of a week. I'm on new meds, and I've been kind of all over the place, but enough about that. Head over to Wiggins, have a good time with Outer Wilds. I will see you guys next time. Laters.